That is so fluffy. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is perfect. That is so good. The salt is fantastic. That is so fluffy as well. Yo guys, what is happening? What is going on? What is good? Welcome back to Cooking with Omar. Guys, today I'm going to be doing something super simple, but something that still a lot of people don't know how to make, and that is white rice. Plain old, I mean, it could be white, it could be wholemeal, but just rice in general. Most people either use a slow cooker, but a lot of people don't even have a slow cooker, so what they do is they buy microwavable rice like Uncle Ben's, put it in the microwave, and there you go. Guys, that is horrible. That's disgusting. It's blasphemy. I'm going to show you that I'm not using any special kind of rice, no expensive stuff. That is Morrison's own long grain rice, guys. This was like super cheap. This is cheapest you can get. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna start off with putting the rice in like a measuring jug, whatever it's called, alright? So you wanna just make sure you have enough for like 1 or 2 people. I like to make enough food that'll last me 2 to 3 days. So this, by the way, is gonna actually increase in size once it's boiled. So like, whenever I look at it, I'm like, alright, this much is gonna end up being about that much once it's boiled. So put it in a measuring jug, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna soak this in water for 10 minutes, because what we wanna do is we want to remove the starch, we want to remove the impurities, the dirt, before boiling it. I mean, I know when you boil it, that's going to happen anyways, but you know, the more you clean it, the better it is. So there we go. As you can see already, look at the water, it's like dirty, and that is from the rice in general. So we're going to leave that for, I would say, a good maybe 10 minutes, okay? So what I tend to do is with this rice, there's no, like, usually what happens is with normal rice is you open it and then there's like a little sellotape thing where you can shut it so that it doesn't spill. This doesn't have it. So what I've done is I've taken just like a little plastic bag. It's like super small. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna put it on top of the rice like so. And there you go. Now it's pretty sealed. So if it falls, it'll fall into the plastic bag and not on the floor. While you're waiting for your rice to soak, you're gonna get a nice small pot. It doesn't have to be big because you're not making much rice. You're gonna fill it up with water, just like, I'd say about even less than halfway. You don't need that much water because, like I said, we're not making too much rice. You're gonna fill it up with cold water. Standard salt, no kosher salt, no Himalayan salt or any of that crap. Right, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the salt in there. You wanna put quite a bit of salt, actually. I like my rice to be quite salty because my curries are usually not that salty, so I like to make sure that the rice is salty enough so that it kind of complements the curry. So you're gonna put salt in there because it actually cooks, apparently, it cooks the rice a lot faster, and it just seasons the rice too. So we're gonna start heating it up, because by the time that that's heated up, the rice will be pretty much like ready to go. As you can see there, look, you can see it's getting like more hazier, I guess, and that's when you know that's working. I can actually see a bit of dirt in there as well, so that's good. I've got an electrical cooker, so I'm gonna just bring this up to about like a 6 for now, because we've still got about 5 minutes left on the rice. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right, folks, so I got rid of the water that was soaking the rice, and I put just a tiny bit more water in here, because that's actually going to help when we put the rice into the bowl to actually get rid of all the rice, because sometimes the rice actually sticks into this. So the little bit of water in there is just going to help get rid of everything. So what I've done is I've increased the heat of the water, sorry, I'm messing up my words, from about a 6 to a 9. So that's gonna boil quite quickly. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna get rid of all the water, all the rice. Oh my God, I need to learn what I'm saying. And we're just gonna hit it like that, guys. If you have any, if you're frustrated at something, just take it out on the rice. So that rice is now boiling on a 9. So the number 9 on the electrical heater thing. So what we're gonna do is, guys, what we're looking for is you're gonna want to stir it first of all every every maybe minute or 2, so that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. What we are looking for now is for like the rice to be pretty fluffy. I wouldn't say like 100% done. You want to boil it about maybe, I would say, 90 to 93%. And I'll show you what we're gonna do after that. So all you're gonna do is, for now, take a spoon, and you're just gonna start stirring it so that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. I can already feel the rice kind of sticking to the pot. So you wanna just try and scrape that off. And then I would say maybe every 2 minutes, you wanna just get a bit of the rice and you wanna squish it to see how squishable it is. So we want the rice to be boiling like that. So the heat, I've actually brought it down to an 8, sorry, so that it doesn't cook too quickly. And once again, like I said, just keep stirring it. It actually is starting to smell real. I love the smell of like fresh white rice, man. There's no other smell better than that. I'm actually just gonna bring the heat down a little bit. So I'm gonna bring it down to like a 6.5. What I like to do is I like to bring the heat up quite quickly to just get the process going. And then once the process is like that, I'll just bring it down to like a 7 or a 6 so that it just boils quite nicely. Alright guys, so look at that. That's a lot more fluffier than before. It's actually grown in size. So what we're gonna do is, guys, is we're gonna take a little bit of the rice, okay? And you're gonna try and basically squish it, okay? So that is not as squishable as I thought. So we're gonna leave that in for like another, maybe I would say, minute. Turn off the heat, and what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna quickly move this onto, I think it's called a sieve. So whatever that is called, we're gonna drain the rice in it. That is really, really nice and fluffy. So we're gonna leave that in there for, I would say, no more than 30 seconds. So what we're gonna do, just to speed up the process a little bit, look at that, get rid of all that water. All right guys, so I've put the hot pot back where it was boiling, so you can actually hear it. You can hear it already cooking a bit of the rice that's in there. So all we're gonna do is, rice goes in, you're gonna get a lid, and you're gonna trap it. That's a bit of a big lid. I can't find the actual appropriate size lid, but yeah, you're gonna basically trap the heat in there, because what's gonna happen now is the rice is gonna steam up, and that's gonna be the final, like I would say maybe 5 to 8% of the process is just steaming the rice, and that steaming is gonna just make it so fluffy. It's gonna cook the rice a little bit more in the heat of the steam, and it's just gonna transform your rice, guys. It's beautiful. So we're gonna leave that there for a good 5 minutes, or 5 to 10 minutes, I'd say. Look at that. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good, guys. We gotta do an obligatory taste test. I mean, if it's messed up now, not much we can really do about it, but look at that. It's very, very white, so I don't think it's gonna translate too well on the camera. I'm gonna try and bring that down. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is stunning. All right. Cheers. Oh. Oh, that is perfect. That is so good. The salt is fantastic. Oh. Mmm. That is so fluffy as well. Mmm. But I'm gonna show you guys how fluffy this thing looks, right? That is so fluffy. It's actually beautiful, and it's a little sticky too, which is exactly what I wanted. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh, there we go. That is stunning. Good work, Omar. Good work. I would say that that probably took around a total of maybe like 20 to 25 minutes. Obviously, what you can do is, guys, I didn't let it steam as much as I normally do. Kept it in for about maybe a good 5-10 minutes, and then I tasted it. But you can just let that sit, and the heat of the pot mixed in with just the steam of the rice is gonna finalize that cooking process and just fluff it up and steam it up a lot more. But yeah, so once again, guys, you're gonna soak your rice just so that the starch and the dirt gets removed. Put some cold water into a pot, not too much, maybe like just below halfway. Salt the water as well. Put that on the heat on like, I'd probably say start with like a 9, just so that the boiling process starts a lot quicker. And then once it starts to like bubble, or once you start to hear the water boiling, then you're gonna turn down the heat to about like a, maybe like a good, like a 8 or 7. Put the water in there. Once the water starts to boil with the rice, then you're gonna bring it down to like a 6, and you're gonna just slow boil it for, yeah, until you start feeling it kind of squishy. You don't want to squish too much, so just enough where it still feels a bit hard, but you can still squish it. Once it gets to that consistency, let it boil for 1 more minute. Drain the rice, put the pot back on where it was boiling. Get the rice, put that in there, no water. So get the rice, put that in the dry pot, and then get a lid, put the lid on the rice, and let it just sit there for like until you're ready to eat it. But I would say a minimum of about 10 to 15 minutes. Let it just sit there to fluff up 1 more time, and then you're good to go, guys. The most delicious rice ever. It's absolutely stunning. So there you go, guys. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cook. I'll be doing a lot more of these. So yeah, we're just getting started, guys. Peace.